Hello everyone and welcome. This is Christine with Patter Crafts, and today I'm here with a design team project for Scrapping for Less. Today I'm pulling out collection 1 again, and I'm going to make 3 more cards. I absolutely love this ephemera from the collection, and I'm going to use some more of that today. So for card number 1, these 2 yellow pattern paper pieces came from card number 1 on my reveal cards. The card sketch has a triangular piece in the middle, and so I use those 2 pieces, the top and the bottom half, and I'm going to create basically the opposite of the card sketch. So I'm going to go ahead and put those on here. I kind of liked this way better. Just adding that on directly to the panel, and then I'm going to go to my stash and grab some plain colored cardstock. The pattern paper I thought would just look a little bit better if there was a piece of solid cardstock between the two. I at first was hoping to find a blue that matched the blue in that striped pattern paper, but I didn't have any in my stock, so I'm just grabbing some more red, and I'm just going to cut 2 thin strips, add some adhesive, and go ahead and just lay those between the two. It's just a very thin strip, but I like that helps divide those two patterns. I think it makes that middle pattern paper pop just a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead, rub the glue off on there, and add this ephemera piece afterwards. I do go through the rest of the ephemera pieces thinking I should probably add another piece, but I didn't find anything that I liked. So I'm grabbing the Nuvo drops. This kit comes with 2 of the mini Nuvo drops. I'm using the full size here, but the kit includes the mini ones. And I'll leave those colors in the description below because I don't have those colors right here with me right at the moment. I apologize. So just add 3 enamel dots onto that card, and now we're going to move on to card number 2. So card number 2, I thought it'd be fun to use this piece of watermelon pattern paper. This was a scrap from another piece because there's a couple of ants with the one ant with a watermelon, and then there's a watermelon piece, and I thought they would go well on this card. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that to the center, and again I'm going to bring in more of that red cardstock, cut down a couple of strips, and use that to separate the 2 pieces of pattern paper. I am using some liquid glue here because these pieces are cut a little bit thicker, and I made sure to go very lightly in. Now, even though I cut 2 of the strips, they weren't even close to being the same thickness, so I just went ahead and trimmed another one that was a little bit closer. I just kind of eyeballed it. So once I have that down, we're going to go ahead and put this on there, and then I'm going to choose the ephemera pieces. At first, I think I'm just going to use this little ant, and then I'm like, no, let's use both. And this is just kind of me thinking how I want this to go. I'm going to put this regular watermelon piece there on the bottom, and then the other one in the opposite corner. And very simple card. I really love the way the front came out, just kind of showcasing watermelon, which is a very delicious summer treat. I personally really love watermelon. Now, my husband, on the other hand, can't stand the stuff, so not everybody might find it a refreshing, sweet treat in the summertime. So on the inside, I actually decided to do the inside of this card. So I'm stamping Missing You, and then I'm using one of the ants from the stamp set, and we're going to go ahead and stamp him inside. He's super cute with his little basket. And that is card number 2. So for the 3rd card in this collection, we're going to bring the stencil in from the banana split portion. And I'm trying to decide what pattern paper I want to use. The oval cut there, I'm going to just use some distress ink, and we're going to add some clouds and some grass. But right now I'm just getting my pattern papers together. What do I want to use? I didn't like the way this teal with the hearts looked against the colored cardstock I had left over, so I grabbed some black cardstock from my stash, and here I'm pulling out my distressings. I'm using tumbled glass for the clouds, and I'm using peeled paint and mowed lawn for my grassy pieces. So we're just gonna pull out my really stained up craft mat. And I'm gonna start with the clouds. They seem to be the easiest. These first two seem to be in the perfect spot. So I just did those. These clouds are kind of nice. They're really easy to stencil, and there's a few different styles, and I really liked using them. Same with this grass. Using this really tall grass and the mowed lawn, and then I'm bringing in the short side and using the peeled paint. And I didn't get high enough up, so then I decided to use more of that peeled paint to kind of fill in the gaps, and then I went up a little too high, so then I just decided, hey, it kind of looks like, you know, some rolling hills in the background to do it that way, so I thought that I would just bring up that ink a little bit more. Stamped the missing you sentiment, and then I'm just bringing in that tumbled glass again, just to kind of fill in that white space just on the edge, since I'm not matting this piece on any paper. Bringing in this small strip of pattern paper, kind of where my aunt is going to live, and again doing the same thing with that red cardstock again, just adding a little bit there. We're going to go ahead and add this directly onto that card base, because I'm going to grab my little ant here and we're going to pop him up on foam tape. He's so cute. Look at his little picnic basket. So that red strip's down along far enough so he can look like he's kind of standing on it. So we're going to go ahead and pop this on my panel, grab some white cardstock that's going to go on the inside. And on the inside of this one, I'm just going to use 2 ephemera pieces to decorate it. I thought the little ketchup and mustard would work well in here. He's got his little picnic basket. I didn't want to add another ant. So thank you so very much for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more and you're not already, please hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to know more about Scrapping for Less kits, I'll leave a link in the description below. Have a great day. Bye.